Attention Salem, Mother has arrived, and we got the lowdown right here on AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days coming up next.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Why, hello and happy Super Bowl Sunday, everyone. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days, where we give you a full recap of NBC's #1 Emmy Award-winning hit soap opera, Days of Our Lives. I'm your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined by my usual gaggle of gals. We have my far left,
Michael Mattis, hello.
and of course we have...
Hi everyone, Tami, Goveia.
And thank you guys so much for tuning in live. And if you haven't already, make sure you like us and follow us on all social media platforms. We are Instagram. That's what I was about to say. We are Dishin Days. We are Dishin Days on Instagram and Facebook, and _Dishin Days on Twitter. The @ is implied. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, we're at 9,000 followers on Instagram.
Thank you.
So now we're on the road to 10,000.
Yes.
So help us get there. Tell all your friends. Tell all your friends.
Yes.
Also, if you're listening to us on the podcasts on iTunes, make sure you give us 5 stars and leave a wonderful comment. Let us know how we're doing here. Let us know how much you love Michael Mattis, how beautiful Tami Goveia is, and how you really want to see me, Tony Moore, on Days of Our Lives. Also, if you're a huge fan of soap operas, make sure you check out our other soap recaps. We have Restless Rap for Young and the Restless and the GH Report for General Hospital. All right, you guys, what did you guys think of this week of Days?
I was waiting for you to start.
I was waiting for you to start.
It was solid.
Ladies
Good
first.
week.
Mm-hmm.
We have a new diva of Salem. Who
And
I think
I don't know if
boy,
that's
is
the
she.
word.
I think all
She's
three of
like
us. Oh,
the queen of something.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty.
The underworld.
I think we're all pretty much hashtag Team Diana
Yes.
right now.
Oh, yes,
Oh my
for
God.
sure.
In measuring the Salem heat, I would put it at a solid 3, just because of Hurricane Diana and just her barreling in on Salem.
A
And
solid 3 out of.
out of 5.
Oh,
You know,
okay,
we're gonna
yeah.
keep it-
Because if it was out of 10, we were like,
I don't like the whole 1 to 10. That's like too many options. You
Okay,
know, 1 to 5,
1 to 5.
solid 3.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I rather enjoyed it. Some cages. I cannot talk today. Some cages have been rattled today.
Some cages.
I don't know
That's
what's
true.
happening.
There's a few people in cages, and it looks like there might be more getting into some cages.
Well, here we go. It's now time to start
Dishin'
Dishin' Days. Tamala?
Why, thank you, darling.
Oh, never know what sound our wonderful Steve is going to give us in the booth. All right, y'all, let's kick things off with Jack, Jennifer, Eve, Xander, Adrian, and JJ.
Yes, I love Eve and Xander. I just love them
Did you?
together. Oh my God.
They do have
I thought
chemistry together, yeah.
The scenes with them are always fantastic. And she's not afraid to get in there and,
Right.
Yeah.
you know, and he's
Yeah.
not afraid to like, bring it on.
Bring it on.
Yeah. It was definitely an unexpected twist. Although I will have to say, I hate that they keep taking Xander off and
I
then bringing
know,
him
I
on and
know.
taking him off and bringing. Like I vote for Xander just to have a permanent resident
Yes.
in Salem.
What do they call what do they call that in the actor world? Where they're
Like
recurring?
on contract?
A recurring?
Recurring, sure.
Is that what it is?
Or maybe he's recurring now, but he
I wonder if it's the
cast.
show writing him in and out, or if he just doesn't have the availability to be full time. I would love him to be full
If he
time.
doesn't have the availability, well then good. That means he's busy because he should be. He's
Great.
amazing. But
But
if he does have the availability,
Let him be on
let
there.
him be.
Yeah.
I mean, I need more scenes of him
my
going to the
God.
swimming pool.
Or maybe that's they know we like him, so they're just, teasing us and, keeping us wanting more.
Yeah.
But I love
Because
that.
there's such thing, too much of a good thing. So
But
maybe
as
that's
long as
there.
the writing stays solid, which it has
True.
been, you can't get enough.
I think he always comes in with a purpose, though,
Yes,
which
right?
I greatly appreciate. And now I'm curious because he stole Rolf's diary from Eve. And so now I'm wondering, like, what he's going to do with that, because, you know, he also was the protector of all the other rooms.
The underground, yeah. Guess.
Of people.
Yeah.
And so, you know, my first thought was, oh my God, please go do the formula. And so if someone returns to Salem from the dead, they at least have their memory so that we don't have to deal with that rigmarole
Again,
anymore.
I know, yeah.
Yeah. But it was a great, like, you know, back and forth of power, if you will, between Eve and Xander. So I thought his exit scene was great. You know, it's sad to see him go though.
Yeah.
When he says to Eve, "Looks like you're my bitch now."
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
I was like, all righty.
People in Salem are getting sassy.
Yes.
They're very sassy. Let's talk about Jack.
Yeah.
Because I love the fact that, you know, Jack he's like still very Jack, but like missing his memory Jack. And he's very gung-ho about, you know, being mayor and, you know, remembering things. And I love now that he's like pointing things out to everyone. Like to Jennifer, he was like, do you not know or realize I'm smart enough to know what Eve is doing? Like, did you forget that about me? Like, and he was also just kind of like, you know, you always point out the negative things I've done. Whereas Eve doesn't do that. And I'm just like, this is great because it makes us realize why he gravitates more towards Eve, even though we really want, you know,
Jennifer's
Jack
just
and Jennifer
trying to
be
protect
together.
him. He perceives it as being negative
Right,
nanny.
it's all about his perception.
But she's just trying to be honest with him and protect him.
Sure, there's a great thing of being honest, and they had a wonderful dinner of like reminiscing and everything like that. But every time he gets pulled to the side by her, it's always like, do you remember you did this? Do you remember you did that? Like, you know, it comes across as protecting, yes, but on the other end, it's kind of like, well, thanks for
You're being so
recognizing all the
negative,
bad
yeah.
stuff.
I'm just really glad she backed off. I'm glad they
Yeah.
had that moment where she said, you know what? I don't like this person. You're not the Jack that I fell in love with. And if this is what you're going to be going forward, then that makes me sad.
Yeah.
I was like, good, walk away, because then she just becomes this naggy. Like
Right.
you were saying,
Yeah.
just like this, yeah.
And I love that he just felt like there was no one that he could turn to, and he finds
Except-
comfort in JJ.
JJ, yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah.
And so unexpected.
Except I have a thought.
Okay.
Okay.
Michael's thoughts scare me. Do
not
they
to you.
scare you sometimes? No.
No.
But
What if did JJ confide in him? I can't remember now. I just watched the episode and I can't remember. But did JJ confide in him about Haley's secret?
he was about to.
Was he about to?
You know, Jack was saying, you can tell me everything.
Right.
I won't, you know,
Do you
this is
think
just between us.
if he confides in Jack that secret, that memory lost Jack will use it in his race. He'll betray JJ. That was my initial thought. I was like, don't tell him.
Oh, I hope not.
I hope
I
not
don't know
either,
why he
but-
would want to risk, because it seems genuine. His
Yeah.
affectionate
well,
connection
yeah.
toward JJ seems
Right now,
really
yeah.
genuine. So for him to use that,
I mean, just a thought.
see, that's why I don't like.
You don't like my thoughts
disturbing
because I make people do crappy things.
Well,
I
I
know.
hope
We'll
not.
see.
I hope not.
I hope not. I don't want JJ to say anything to Jack. I want, because that's a very
Right.
I mean, she said that to him in confidence. That's like
Yeah.
huge.
But
Yeah.
it's his dad, you know, and
I know, but is that
there's a
me?
little bit
I
of
don't know.
vulnerability.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And his brief encounter with Adrian was like, I haven't seen you. And he's just like, can't deal with it. And I'm just like, okay, exit stage left.
Yeah.
Like, he
And
couldn't.
even when he looked at Jen, and he was just like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
He ran out of the pub.
Well,
And Jen's just like, oh, well.
and I liked Jack and Will's interaction as far as like kind of having that connection of like, I went through what you went through, except like all my memories came flooding back, and yes, like it's a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
But you know,
But then Jack got upset that like, oh, you gave me hope for something that could never happen.
yeah.
So we
But
just made him upset again.
But he was also just kind of like, ha, you feel bad, don't you? Because you remember, ha, you look at that. And I'm just like, but you still want your memories, dude. Like, you know, you can become who you want to become, but you know, you don't want to forget like what, 30 plus years of your life.
Right.
And actually, Will felt the same way in the beginning, too. He's like, maybe I don't need the memories.
Yeah.
And then as time went on and he saw all these people, he started wanting that. So
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see how that cookie crumbles.
plays out,
Let's move on to Will, Sunny, Leo, and Diana.
Diana.
And when I tell you Diana
Dirty Diana.
you've been waiting all day to do that.
I just thought of that.
Did you? Because you
Is that not the perfect song for her?
Yeah.
No. Because the song Dirty Diana is about a groupie.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I saw where you were going until I realized you probably never heard the lyrics before.
Well, just take that clip.
She's heard
Diana.
She's heard that part, but not like.
Yeah.
You haven't heard the.
I just dance to it.
The
I don't
verses
listen to the music or to
Yeah.
the words. It's got a good beat.
So your homework for tonight is to go home and look at the lyrics of Dirty Diana
I
by Michael
must,
Jackson.
okay.
But Diana definitely came in full force and throttle. And let's take a look at this clip, which definitely defines who this woman is.
Go out the side door and do not come back. Get your hands off me, you little brat.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, let's get something straight.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm the parent, you're the child, or should I say parasitic
Oh.
leech. You do not put your hands on me. You do not talk to me in a condescending, dismissive tone, and you certainly do not tell me what to do. Now apologize this instant. Sorry. What did you say? I'm sorry, Mother.
Mother.
much better.
Don't forget, Matthew. I know things about you that your new
God.
husband seems very anxious to learn. We wouldn't want your posh setup to blow sky high, would we?
Oh. She is.
I watched that scene seriously 30 or 40 times.
No, I tell you, the scene that I rewatched was the.
No.
And I was like, oh, I love this woman.
Great piece.
And speaking of women that I love, look
Yes.
who just entered into the studio, Mark J. Freeman.
That was probably your best transition ever. Hello.
His hair is looking fabulous.
Right, it's
You're
looking all
fresh
up
and
and-
fabulous.
He just got his hair did yesterday.
Look at that.
Looks
It's such a
shaved and- he's
glow.
glowing.
I shaved, that's why.
Oh.
I didn't. I did
Oh.
not just have
He had the
sex.
glow.
But I like the way you think.
Yes.
No, I shaved today. That's why it looks different.
Oh.
I usually have my little 5
stubble?
o'clock.
Oh.
Well, because, I mean, it took me 45 years to hit puberty, so I was enjoying the facial
Are
hair.
you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, welcome, Mark J. Freeman.
Hello.
Thanks
I
for
just thought I'd
popping
pop
on
in.
us.
I got here a little early today. So.
Yay! Well, you know, Mark J. Freeman kind of left us for RuPaul's Drag Race, but it's all right, girl. We're just fans with open arms.
I'm still a fan. I just don't come in here on Sunday.
Did you watch this week?
I did.
Okay.
I actually am caught up.
Girl.
I feel like I'm better when I'm not here. When I'm here, I'm like, oh, I gotta watch.
yeah.
When I'm not here, I'm like, oh, I got lots of time.
It's like, what?
Plenty of time. Yeah.
We were just talking about Diana Cooper, who has come into Salem like a whirlwind.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
I just love how she is. She's very reminiscent of Joan Crawford and
Yeah.
Mommy
Oh, yeah.
Dearest. Like, she
Yeah.
seems like that type of mother. And she has definitely, like, I always felt like Leo had, like, a lot of power. And now
Well,
Yeah.
it's like
Squash.
it's like
Nothing.
he's shooketh.
Yeah.
He is shooketh by the arrival of
Yes.
his
Yeah.
mother,
Yeah.
and his mother takes no prisoners. She's
Yeah.
like,
And I was thinking about Vivian Alamain,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I said to you guys, at least Vivian loved her son. Like,
Yeah.
you knew she loved Stefan.
yeah.
Diana, not so much.
Diana's like, look at here, you little leech.
Yeah.
Parasitic
Parasitic leech.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That
Oh
was
my
a lot.
God.
But I like the fact that we do have another character to rattle Leo.
I
Because
love the older woman. I
Yes,
love that.
Yes.
What, that matriarchal.
soap
Why'd
opera.
you look at me
It's a
when you
soap
said
opera.
older
Well,
woman?
you know.
Well, if
that
the
was
shoe
a-
fits, girl. If the
Unconscious.
heel
I even
fits, girl.
colored. I'm colored.
No, I beg your pardon.
From the waist down. From the waist down.
That was good, right? I'm smart.
I always said I'm half black from the waist down.
Oh.
No, I said the Coopers are my new favorite family
Yeah.
in town. I mean, and just Leo kissing. I mean, Leo's like what I would be like if I was allowed on set.
Yes, yes.
Just walking around trying to make out with every guy, and they're like, "Mark, dial it back. He's
Yeah.
straight." Yeah.
Looking for the gay face.
I
The
just,
gay face.
I just love the fact that no one is off limits to Leo.
No
like,
one.
Xander walked in and he
Fearless.
was like, "Oh, hey, boo, how you doing?" That didn't work out. And then Brady walks in and Brady's straight up like, hands
No.
off, like no. And he's like, I feel like in Leo's mind is like, don't knock it till you try, girl.
Exactly.
Boom. And I'm just like.
That surprised me.
And I love how John was just kind of like, yeah, he felt like
The silver fox.
like he got you there, pal.
There was one other moment that freaked me out when Will went over to visit Diana. I was
Yeah.
thinking, oh my God, do not go in the hotel room.
But no, I felt like he spilled too much tea.
Oh, he spilled all of it. Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, girl.
wait,
Bad move.
back it up.
Bad move. Whoa.
Just everything.
He doesn't even know
Everything.
her deal. Why would he just
No.
spill everything? Now she's got
He is
all the ammunition.
so that just shows his desperation to get Leo out of
Oh
the
Yeah.
picture.
my God.
That he would go in there and just reveal everything.
That
like
was such a bad move on
But
his
I
part.
also feel like he and Sonny are just kind of like, you know, there's a hate relationship between them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think they both think that Diana would be on their side. But
They
I
think she's a decent mother, that Leo's the problem child.
but I feel like she's gonna finagle a way to that this works out in her
Hello?
favor
Oh,
too.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Diana Cooper isn't a character that has been on the show before.
Okay,
Yes.
well, okay.
Okay. We were just talking about this.
Okay.
When John got to her room,
Right.
and she was like, "Oh, hi, Roman." I was like, "Okay," and I literally almost went, "Dear James Lott Jr.
Yeah.
I need you to
I almost did the
fill
same
me
thing.
in on
Yeah.
what's
He did.
He just replied to something on my thing.
Yeah.
Because when the name Diane Cooper came up, I went, that sounds so familiar to me.
Played
And I
by-
actually, my first thought was when she runs into Marlena.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, and I was like, that was my first moment where I was like, is this a name I should know?
Because she
Yeah.
looked like she recognized Marlene.
Are they
so-
saying in the chat room?
So
if-
her
Not yet.
Her name before I think started with a C. Her last name, but it wasn't Cooper. It was Cool something. And she was the character was played by Jeannie Francis.
Remember?
And I don't know the details, but she did have a thing with John / Roman. I
Right.
can't remember
They were
if
a
it,
couple. Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
do we think?
And I remember
Dare I speculate?
Adrian and or Jennifer mentioned her this week about her buying the Spectator or selling the Spectator. Something, there was a detail there. I remember thinking, oh, they're mentioning Diana, but how she was before.
Got it.
Okay. I think I got
We've
it.
got it.
I got it.
Got it.
What-
I think
what-
I got it. Shout out to Soap Hub, which is where I am now, and it says they said
Colville.
It's Diana Colville.
Colville.
And
That's
she's
it.
the woman who John nearly wed as
Yes.
Roman
Right.
Brady when Marlena was presumed dead.
Dead.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, there we
Yeah.
go.
And dare I speculate, because that was my first thought. Diana Colville was, I couldn't think of the name, but that was who I thought of. Maybe John has another child?
Okay, if
Oh,
they're doing
God.
that, I know people are speculating about that on Twitter. Like, they can't do this with every new male character that
Well,
comes,
you know, he's
comes
got
to
some
Damn
strong-
Town. Like,
He
they just did it
has-
3 years
he's
ago with
fertile.
Paul.
He's fertile.
But come
Silver
on.
fox.
Between him and Stefano,
Right.
them, put it away.
Yeah.
Put it
Well, they all can't
away.
be
He was
Hortons and
young and
Brady's.
virile. I
Yeah.
mean,
That would mean that Leo made out with his brother.
So
which
it's
is a little
now
icky.
Leo Robichaux.
But Leo Robertson? What?
what? I missed that.
Oh, wait. That was
It's John's
name.
real
Oh,
last name.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
One of
Yeah.
his 9 incarnations.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
My particular favorite.
No wonder I forgot
Robichaux.
that. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
boy.
then,
Okay,
so that means Roman dumped Diana when Marlena was found to be alive, which gives Diana hatred toward Marlena, right?
Yeah.
Which would, if that's what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did like the fact that they brought up her radio show.
Yes.
I thought that was a nice. I
That
mean,
was
I
a nice.
really, because I know how Days does. Like, it starts doing well, and they think they can do better, so then they get rid of the head writer and they bring in somebody new. And I just
haven't done that in
really
2
like
years
what
now.
Ron's doing. I just
Right.
love his
We love you, Ron. We love you,
flashbacks to
team.
things.
Yes.
His pays homage to things that need to be paid homage to.
Yeah.
The new people that he's bringing in have all been wonderful.
And they all have a connection.
Yeah,
No,
and that's a
connection.
real challenge for the writing
Yeah.
team. You know, you've got 54 years of history.
Yeah, and that's what I
And he was smart enough to cast Paul's physical therapist as somebody besides Tony Moore.
Oh. Should we lock the door next time? Should we lock the door, Tony? This is what happens when the door's Steve.
I'm back, bitches.
I'm thinking, no, Tony. Yeah.
Throw it.
Parasitic leech.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, this will be Mark J. Freeman's last
Final
appearance here at
performance.
Touche, though, touche. But I do like that Ron definitely keeps the history of the show and doesn't act like things didn't happen.
Yes.
And he's not rewriting a lot of history.
Yeah.
Right, and he makes it make sense for them to reappear.
He makes it relevant.
Yeah. So I like that.
Speaking of that, and you probably have already talked about this.
That laugh before he says anything.
Poor Haley. When JJ is trying to explain to her who everybody is.
Oh yeah.
Last week,
Yeah.
Was it last week?
That was last week.
Oh, I was almost peeing. I was like, this poor girl.
She
She's
was
like,
literally like, wait, what?
I wish she would have been like, girl, I need to go drink. I can't handle this. You got to be making this stuff up. I mean, it was hysterical.
Like almost if she was just like, time out. Like I can't. Like I need a chart.
I wish her line would have been, this is like a soap opera.
I know.
Right. Oh, that would have been amazing. Well,
I'm available. I'm available in the writing room.
Well, speaking of Haley, we have our next storyline: Ben, Claire, Sierra, Tripp, and Haley.
Yeah.
With a sprinkle of Marlena and Hope. First of all, Ben is so shooketh that he hasn't spoken to Sierra. That he comes in and just spills the tea about Claire and the plan that he had to break up Tripp and Sierra.
Now,
and this was
post-coital.
Claire and Tripp
such a good word.
doing the nasty.
Who apparently spent the entire day like doing.
Well, you know, they're 22.
They're young.
True.
So,
I'm like,
stamina.
Can we plan this for later?
so my question was, did Claire spill the beans to Sierra about her and Ben trying to break them up, and that's how Sierra found out? How did Sierra find out?
Didn't Ben tell her?
I don't remember.
No, Ben didn't tell her. That was the problem.
No, Ben.
Didn't he have a conversation with Sierra?
Yeah.
He had the conversation, but he's not the one that told her initially that he and Claire had.
Yeah.
Or didn't she walk in on them having a conversation?
Or maybe she walked in?
No, there were times where she walked in with them having a conversation, and then as Ben was coming clean about the kidnapping of
Gabby
and everything like that, I think it was brought up in that conversation.
But
and
I
then
think she had
was
a
like,
suspicion already.
right, but and then she was like, now it makes sense why you guys were shaking hands at the square when I saw you.
Yeah.
And then that's when she ran off to South Africa.
When Ben started acting that way to Claire, because it was pretty brutal.
Yep.
My immediate thought was he's off his meds. Something is amiss.
He admitted to Marlena that he missed a couple days.
This isn't Ben on his meds. And thankfully, like you said, when he went to see Marlena, he fessed up like he missed a couple of doses. I'm like, okay, doesn't justify how he treated Claire, because that was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
But he's a mess.
That's like when I miss a couple glasses of wine.
I know. Yeah.
In the chat room, they're also reminding us that Sierra overheard Claire on the phone.
That's
right.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and then I
Because I know Ben never
think she
just
questioned him during the
I should start
conversation.
voguing
Yes.
with this headset.
Very Madonna. Very Madonna.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone is saying yes.
Scott
that
Holston
they-
says Sierra is the new Marlena with all these kidnappings.
Is that
my God.
brilliant? That is Scott. That is brilliant.
Like seeing her, like, okay, first of all, it comes to light this week that Sierra left South Africa early.
Right. So at least we know she made it to South Africa.
She made it to
We
South
had thought
Africa.
Maybe she never made it.
She was on her way back.
She didn't call you guys? She called me.
Did she?
Did she?
She texted you?
She didn't call Hope because
She told me not to tell Hope.
well, you know why? Because she was probably thinking you would never talk to
Right?
Hope
I was
anyway.
about to say,
So,
like, she knew who she was calling.
so she was
She knew her
like,
audience.
this girl
Who's
can
the
keep
one
my secret.
person that won't tell my mom.
Right, Mark. So that's when, Hope is getting worried and the buzz, and then we finally see Sierra strapped up in the bed, obviously kidnapped. And you know what? I actually had this thought. I was like, if I lived in Salem, I would just always feel prepared to be kidnapped or accidentally. You know what I mean? Like I could just feel myself like going through the airport and being like, or if someone finally
do that anyway.
or if someone finally snatches me, I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe
something.
take a self-defense class.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. Have we speculated who we think this is? Or do we know who this is?
I feel like with all the previews and stuff, we know who.
That's what I thought too. And but the fact that the person's wearing gloves, I think, is the other reason that I feel like
because of the black gloves.
Yeah, because you don't see the hands.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah. It's
then
a dead
you would
giveaway.
Know the gender.
Yeah.
And that kind of
it's
stuff.
a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Those black gloves. I love when they introduce a new character, and whenever they do, it's always like hand or leg or
leg,
or
necklace.
It's like everything from here down is okay.
Tony, I have a question for you.
Yes.
When you get your part on Days of Our Lives, and they give you an opportunity to just show a teaser of you, which part would you like to be shown?
I would actually prefer my legs.
Your legs.
Yeah.
Long legs.
Just me kind of walking through like a torso shot.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I would tell them hands
Torso
are played
shot
out.
and legs are very different parts of the body, so I'm confused.
Are you going to be wearing pumps?
Oh.
If the role calls for it. And listen, believe me, if the role calls for heels, I want the Tina Turner "What's Love Got to Do with It" shot. Hands down. Yes. I want that.
Okay.
I want that.
All right.
And I think that was pretty much it.
Ben and Marlena, again, that scene was fantastic.
Scene. Yes.
It scared the bejesus out of me, though, when he's leaving her office and her back is to him.
Yeah, and he kind of looks back at her.
Please take your meds. You're freaking me
He's
out.
gonna light her on fire.
I don't know. See, I don't know why y'all get so scared of Ben.
Office meds.
We're worried because we want redemption for Ben, but we're scared that he's the bad Ben is gonna.
But
what's the word?
I'm
over.
Sorry, and I did appreciate Marlena saying, "Listen, you can't rely on Sierra."
All right, I'm gonna sneak out.
Okay.
Have you get ready for my show.
Bye. Thank you for popping in.
Hi, baby doll. I did appreciate Marlena saying, "Ben, Sierra cannot be your rescue boat.
Mm-hmm. Right. Don't make Sierra your...
She can't define you.
Yeah.
It's just like, you need to be able to, manage without her.
Right.
I don't want you to.
But I do feel like he's more in control because he went to Marlena for help because he's like,
Absolutely.
I'm spiraling down. And it makes sense. Like, his life was going so well. And now it's like back, and Marlena empathizes with him and it's just like, I hate your living situation. Like, you feel bad for Ben because he really is trying.
What's Marlena going to tell Hope as Hope's like, what did he say? What did he say?
She ain't going to say squat.
No,
Marlena is that character that even, in that situation, she's not going to reveal anything that Ben said. She's a professional. It would be out of character for Marlena to spill the beans like that.
All right. And
so I don't believe she's going to blab anything.
And then we had Tripp and Haley going to have a meal together. So there was that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So some seeds are being planted.
Yes.
I mean, storyline wise,
seeds were planted, and now new seeds are being planted. All right. Now, before we move on to our next topic, we just want to say thank you for making us the ESPN of TV talk. For us to continue to grow, we could use your help. If you're on YouTube right now, which you most likely are, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you're on iTunes, please give us 5-star rating. But no matter where you are, leave us a comment so you can get involved in the conversation. Being a part of AfterBuzz TV has meant so much to us all, and we truly appreciate you supporting us and doing what we love. Don't forget to tell your friends and keep enjoying our shows. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
This announcement brought to you by the kind folks here at AfterBuzz TV. All right, let's keep it on moving. We got Eric, Sarah, and Rex. What's wrong?
We're still speculating about who kidnapped Sierra.
And I just asked Michael, is this who it is?
If you want to know,
like,
just look at the cover of Soap Opera Digest because they spoiled it all. So.
What do you mean you don't know?
I know who's coming on,
Jason Lewis in the chat room has been
But I
active
don't
like
want
the
it to
entire
be-
show about who it is.
Yes.
And if you want to know who it is, look at the chat room. But
But it's not.
it's not him.
Oh, see, I was hoping it would be him, but it's not. Okay.
I love you're so precious.
So the only other person coming on, I don't want it to be that person.
You're so precious.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand.
Well, you will see next week.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, maybe it'll make sense once we see it.
Okay.
So we have Eric, Sarah, and Rex. I love, first of all, that the writers are doing such a great job with reminding us of the relationships that people have. I loved seeing Rex and Eric just on the couch with Roman, like having nachos, which, by the way, I'm on my fitness kick, and those nachos look real good. And just like him feeling like, what's the problem with my boys? Like, what's
It
happening?
was so cute because they look like two 10-year-olds
yeah.
that had just got into a fight.
I love that moment. I love that moment of Sarah being so open with Maggie, and Maggie looking like she wanted to slap the
She was horrified.
piss out of,
Yeah.
out
I
of
posted
Sarah.
that little moment of like,
Yeah.
oh
yeah.
my God, I was
like she was just kind of
cracking
like,
up.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Like that's what she really wanted to
Yes.
do. Do we like that Sarah is giving Rex another chance after her hookup with Xander?
No, not really.
I can tell you this.
No, not
I'm
really.
really, honestly, with this storyline, I've become de-invested. It's not engaging
and
to me.
Sarah?
The whole Rex, Sarah, Eric thing, like, I'm tired of seeing Eric just walking around brooding with a bad attitude. I'm tired of Sarah just being like, it's like, yeah, y'all messed up. Get over it, And I get that we can't get over it. It's a soap opera. There needs to be drama. But honestly, like, I feel nothing about Rex and Sarah getting back to. I was just like, okay, fine.
I was starting to get tired of Eric's attitude, like you, until he had that little meeting with Mom. And she's like, look, just be real with your feelings.
Yeah.
If you're feeling something, just be real. It's like, thank you. So,
Okay, and
you know,
then
it
he
can
was
be-
going to.
And then I know.
Womp womp.
Because it's a soap opera.
Well,
Yeah. But
No, I don't.
know.
I want her with Eric. I don't want her with Rex, and I think she's with Rex for all the wrong reasons.
and I don't think she wants to be with Rex
No,
because
it's pretty
her
clear.
face was kind of like, I guess I'll take him back.
I know she doesn't.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I'm not like.
Yeah.
She doesn't really. I can tell like she's playing it like she doesn't really want it.
Yeah.
And so why do that if you don't want it? I don't know.
Moving on to JJ and Haley. I like that they're getting closer. I like that she feels very open with him and really dived into her story.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes you feel for her that, like, she was kind of, she lost her parents, and, there was a note left that basically said, make your way to the United States. And then now you have this sister here who, wants nothing to fully do with you, and so it's just hard. But you have to commend her for being a very strong person. She just had a weak moment when she tried to off herself, but you have to commend her.
I remember last week saying, like, okay, she's illegal, but really to try to kill yourself. But this week she really did, like you said, go into the emotional part of it. It's like,
And it's
okay, I can see how you can get into that dark space for that moment and think, this is the easiest thing to do.
And it's like, I don't want to be a burden to anyone.
I know, and that's
know what I
really
mean?
that's really what's driving her. So
Yeah.
she doesn't feel needed or wanted by anybody.
Yeah. Moving on to Stefan and Chloe.
I love that scene with them.
It was actually really cute.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There's chemistry, but Tyler Christopher has chemistry with absolutely everybody he's worked with.
Yeah. I liked how kind of like annoyed Chloe was and like how chillaxed Stefan was. And then like for them to pick up in the Hawaii scene left by Lonnie and Eli, which we'll get to
Those
in a
mojitos
second.
look good.
Yeah. And then like she's just chilling, like opening all her mail and all that. And then
Wow!
boom.
The knife.
Wow!
The knife.
I forgot about that
So
whole
did
thing.
not see
so
that
did she.
coming.
No, I didn't see that coming
What
either.
No, I
is
didn't either.
this?
But when she opened it and there was a knife, first of all, I was like, who kept that bloody thing? And then secondly, I was like, the knife that killed
El
Alfredo.
Fideo.
And then I love, thank you, Days. They flash back to
They reminded us.
what happened and what was said.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and now I love that Stefan and Chloe had that moment, because now I feel like Stefan is going to come to Chloe's rescue.
Yeah. I know.
I love it.
I really do like them together.
Speaking of two other people we like together, Eli and Lonnie.
Very cute scene.
Lonnie confessed that she loves Eli.
That was a cute moment.
So there was this whole conversation about her mom. Do we think they're going to bring her mom on?
That's what I started
Is
wondering.
there some foreshadowing going on?
I don't know.
I hope so.
Because then I
Another
was like,
diva?
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, who is her mom? And then I was like, no, Valerie is Eli's mom.
Is Eli's mom? Yeah.
But we haven't dived into who Valerie's mom is. We know that Abe is her father,
right?
But
I think the mom, and I don't remember the character's name, was a character way back when.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it would be another returning character if they bring her back. I just feel like there was a purpose to that whole conversation.
Yeah.
and-
Did you catch that moment when Lonnie first walks into Doug's place and Eli's on the lawn chair and he flexes his pecs?
Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
For just that quick
Lamone.
moment. It's like Lamone,
Lamone,
right?
Lamone.
You little sly dog.
Moan.
Moan.
All right, and then Hope and Ted.
Yeah.
First of all, I liked how Eli was kind of like, all right, Hope, can we talk like family? What's going on? Like, I love that moment. But I love that Ted came in and was talking about how would she feel about if they worked together, because he's thinking about being the DA. And I don't know. I think low-key Hope is liking it. I'm just saying.
Can we go back really quick? When Will is spilling the beans to Diana and he brings up Ted Laurent and Diana's reaction to Ted, and then she backpedals and says, no, I don't know who he is. I just saw it in the newspaper.
And on the internet.
There's something.
Maybe there's
right?
something there, yeah.
There's something.
We will see. That's
I was like,
that's going to be a lot. All right, well,
wow.
that has been your week of days, and now it's time for our favorite part of the show, which are our segments, and we're going to start with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! All right, so listen. I had to give the 3 snaps to the woman who has turned Salem upside down. She has came in fierce, she has came in fast, and she takes no stuff. So, my 3 snaps goes to Judith Chapman, Miss Diana
Yes.
Cooper, who is turning Salem upside down. You go, Diva, Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap!
I have been looking forward to Judith Chapman ever since the news broke, however many months ago, and they delivered like 110%.
Did not disappoint.
Did not disappoint.
Oh, yes. And now it's time for...
So interesting. Last minute, Kate Mansi tweets an article from The Hollywood Reporter spotlighting the costume designer from the film Bohemian Rhapsody. And she says, I've said it before and I'll say it again, wardrobe is the most overlooked department in entertainment. So I actually wanted to give a shout out to Richard Bloor, who's the head costume designer for Days of Our Lives. Shout out to him. The entire crew in wardrobe and design, because they work their buttocks off. And then just wanted to throw up an example of the fabulous work that they do with these ladies, and giving the spotlight to wardrobe and design at Days of Our Lives.
Yes.
Yay! Yeah, because that is not an easy task.
It is not.
No.
And that has been... Designer Days. And now it's time for... Caption There.
Okay. This week I chose a photo of Adrienne.
That's
I almost said
so
Bonnie.
great.
Adrienne with the
Oh my
scissors
God.
after her coupon session. And this week's caption goes to Susie Q, or at LovedMay14 on Twitter, with her caption, "My nickname isn't Bonnie Bobbitt for nothing."
There were a lot of people who
That's
had that
fantastic.
reference.
It was like,
that was the
Thank
best.
you.
Yeah.
We had a lot of captions this week, so
Yeah.
thanks everybody, and that has been
Caption There.
okay.
All
yes.
right, and now it's time for...
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, first and most importantly, fans, we are moving time slots.
Yes.
Up 1 hour from 4 p.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time, starting next week. So mark that in your calendars, update your whatevers. 3 p.m. starting next week, February 10th?
February 10th. And February 8th, we will be celebrating 4 years of DISHIN Days.
Oh, we have to have a party then.
Yeah, so next week
We'll
will
have
be
a
our
little
anniversary
celebratory
show.
party.
Yeah.
Nice.
So don't
Right.
forget, set your alarms. We're now going to be at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, starting next week, February 10th.
Tell your friends.
Yes.
Also, congratulations are going out to our friend and former Days star Kevin Spiritus, whose Amazon series After Forever has been nominated for multiple awards in the 10th Annual Indie Series Awards, including Best Drama Series, Best Writing Drama, Best Directing Drama, and Kevin himself for Best Lead Actor Drama. Other Days-related nominees include Patricia Darbo, yay!
Yes!
And Marie Wilson, yay! The winners will be announced on April 3rd. Congratulations.
Congratulations. And it's your last chance this week to buy tickets for next weekend's Starstruck fan events in Atlanta, Georgia. If you haven't heard yet, Judy Evans has been added as an attendee, so you can join Judy, Brian DiTillo, Eric Martzoff, Jordi Villasuso, Nadia Bjorlin, and Galen Garing for a weekend of fun events next Saturday and Sunday in Atlanta. If you want to buy tickets or for more info, visit starstruckfanevents.com or follow Starstruck Fan Events 2 on the Twitter.
Fans in or around Chicago will get a chance to meet some Days stars this summer, so join Nadia Bjorlin, Greg Vaughn, Wally Kurth, Cassie DePaiva, and Eric Martzoff for Summer Days in Chicago, June 22nd and June 23rd in Chicago, Illinois. Events include a photo shoot, cocktail reception, and Sunday breakfast. So for more info and to buy tickets, visit soapthis.ticketleap.com.
Yes, and lastly, this is the week that Chriselle Hartley makes her return as Ben's sister Jordan. Look for her first appearance on tomorrow's episode.
And of course, we interviewed her a few years ago, so check out that interview to find out what it was like playing Miss Jordan Ridgway and reintroduce yourself to Jordan. All right, you guys, that has been your news and gossip. And now, if you don't want to see what's happening next, close your eyes because we're about to give you a sneak peek into what's going to happen in the lives of all of your favorite Salemites.
Well, well, well. Who do we have here?
Wait, is that the one?
That is not the right clip. I don't know where this is coming from.
Uh-oh. I was like, which one is
This is a good
that?
scene, though.
Oh, that's from the actual episode. All right, we're gonna have that sneak peek in just a second, but let's see. In our chat room, let's see. Daquan says, "I get why Sonny would be desperate to be with Paul, but why Paul? I am convinced Adrian pays these men." Oh boy. Scott says, Me World. Yep, it was the wrong video.
Okay, that's the right video.
We're gonna have it up soon.
That's the right one.
Oh, and here we go. We now have that preview, that sneak peek for you on what's gonna happen next week on Days of Our Lives.
Scared.
New John Black? You're still in love with him.
He's a married man.
That has never stopped you before.
Did you really think you could get away with murder?
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Is he alive? Was that El Fideo?
Was that Alfadeo?
Was it who?
No, I think she actually did murder Alfadeo, and these are his goons
They're just
coming
goons.
back for payback.
Oh, okay.
Because they said
people come back from the dead. Why are you looking at me like that?
Well, no, because they said, "Do you think you could get away with murder?"
You're so precious. You're so precious. But that happened quick.
That was like really fast.
Like they literally sent that knife, and they were like, "Well, we coming to get you now."
Yeah.
But see,
Stefan is trying to save her.
I
wish they would have done this. Like I
Yes,
can't
I
let go
know.
of what Stefan
I
took advantage of
know.
mentally ill Abigail.
know.
I don't know. I wish I
All
could,
right.
but I can't.
Well, that's going to be next week of Days of Our Lives, and that has been AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days. But before we head out, Michael Mattis, let the kind folks know where they can find you and stalk you.
You can find me on the Instagram at MLMattis and on the Twitter at MLMattis1.
And you can find me on Twitter at Tami Goveia and on Insta and Facebook, Tami Goveia Official.
And of course, you can find all of us on Facebook and Instagram, Dishin Days, and _Dishin Days on Twitter. And you can find little old me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or on my website, loungingwithtony.com. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Remember, next week, we're starting an hour earlier, so you can catch us right here.
3
p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's our anniversary show.
Come celebrate with us.
Yes, we have more time. So
yeah,
tune in next week. We'll see you guys. Happy Super Bowl. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.